Once again, welcome to our Pro Cyclist mode on PCM 2024. Let's be honest, last episode was pretty much a banger, winning Omloop and Milano-Sanremo. And of course, today I want to keep that momentum going. I once again want to win a classic. And if we take a look at our calendar, a lot of them on the menu right now, starting off with Brugge de Panne and Echelon Fest. After that, E3 Saxo Classic, also Gent-Wevelgem, Dwars door Vlaanderen, and finally the big one, the Tour of Flanders itself. Anyway, let's start cooking. Oh snap, Classic Brugge de Panne with lots of competition. Wout van Aert, Jasper Philipsen, Biniam Girmay, and so forth. But most importantly, the parkour is kind of ridiculous. Most of the parkour is an exposed wind zone, so echelons literally everywhere. When it comes to my strategy, I'll probably try to play a little bit defensive in the first half, but I might put my team at the front in the echelon segments in the second half. Okay, the race is on, roll sprinter, objective finish in the top 5. I would like to at least get a podium here. Oh no, this is not good. I tried to get my riders to the front of the peloton as the race started, but the echelon zones have already started, so I'm not at the front of the peloton yet. Right now I'm trying to get my ass to the front, but it ain't working so far. Looks like Visma Leasebike and Alpecin de Koning are trying to split the peloton at all cost in this echelon segment. Guys, it's 175 kilometers to go. Most of my team in a good position though. Van Gelo also moving up, so crisis somewhat averted. About 50 kilometers into the race and Visma Leasebike and Alpecin are still somewhat pacing. Actually, they just stopped because, well, the echelon zone is done for, so a bit of calm now. Anyway, 20 kilometers later, a breakaway has formed, but echelon zone is starting once again, so Visma back to the front. Honestly, at this point, my goal is simple, getting as many teammates with energy into the final so I can shred the peloton myself then. Okay, last 40 kilometers and our time has come. My team to the front of the peloton because the echelon zone is about to start and I want to shred the peloton myself. So, De Bok, whatever you can do it right now, sir. Come on, Wout van Gelo, out of this corner, 99. Use that 77 flat stat to blow up the peloton. There we go, splits are occurring. We're catching the breakaway. 56 riders in the group. Van Gelo now protecting Lampaard, who has hit the front on 87. Let's try and keep this one going. Riders are suffering at the back. Group down to 36. One by one, people are dropping. All thanks to the mythical tempo of Gilles de Welde at the front. 31 people left. We are cooking. Ola, Visma Leasebike to the front with Laporte, Meus and Wout van Aert. Philipsen in the wheel of that, so some scary sprinters here. Last 3.5 kilometers, Menton with the lead out. Van Dijken in the wheel. We don't have Van Aert in our wheel. That is nice. Van Dijken can almost take over on 99 as we speak. Lost a bit of momentum there, I feel like. Hopefully not too much. Nasen in the wheel. Visma trying to come by. Van Dijken can sprint. Nasen in the wheel. Philipsen a bit behind. Why are you leaving a gap? That is so stupid. It's like Kuurne, Brussels, Kuurne or over again. Let's try and follow with Nasen on the left side. I'm sprinting way too late as a consequence. He literally left 50 meters in front of him. Between Van Dijk and himself. That makes no sense. I'm sorry, but that is a bug in the game. You can't deny that. At least our lead-out finishes on the podium. We don't. We finish 8th. And well, that is pretty disappointing. Wait, what? After your exploits in Classic Brugge de Panne, you've gained extra XP because of first top 10 in a UCI World Tour race? Bitch, we just won Milano-Sanremo! Like, I'll take the XP, but this makes no sense. Anyway, next up, E3 Saxo Classic. Wout van Aert is the favorite, and we are second favorite. Now, it has been a while since I've played this race on PCM, so I don't know how selective it is. But hey, we are supposed to be the new Tom Bonen, so we gotta win this one. The one downside to Pro Cyclist mode in the Classics is that it's very difficult to send satellite riders domestiques up the road, because I can't actually attack. If I, for example, click on the Wilde, the attack button does not work. I think the other way I could do it is by following someone that is attacking and therefore going in the breakaway, but it's such a complex way to do it, you know? Anyway, in real life, the race actually opens up quite early, around the Taaienberg. I still vividly remember in 2022 when I worked for Jumbo-Visma, I was working on the race plan for E3, and the zone towards the Taaienberg is just so incredibly important in real life. In PCM, it's not as important. You still have to be in position and survive the climb, but the race does not open up there. It's more about a fight for attrition throughout the hills on this game. So, well, not a slight difference, a big difference compared to real life. There we go, onto the Taaienberg, and nothing is happening. Some tempo by Edward Plancard, but this ain't gonna do any damage, I feel like. So, 55 kilometers left. We have the Lee and Nasen in the breakaway now. Oliver Nasen, that is, not Benji Nasen. And in the peloton, I'm trying to make my way past motorbikes and cars for some reason on this segment. But so far, a pretty passive race. Next up is the Paterberg. I've shredded it in the peloton to make sure I'm in first position. I've caught the breakaway with the Lee and Nasen in the process. and we're looking good right now. So Paterberg Oude Quaremont is coming. There we go, into the corner as we speak, onto the Paterberg. By the way, on the Paterberg, on the left, there's actually an Airbnb that I stayed in. Fantastic Airbnb. That to the side, we are shredding the climb and we are looking good as we speak, but I don't think the peloton should split here, right? I reckon, oh, there we go. 13 people off the front. That's maybe less than I expected, but let's do 85 and move towards the Oude Quaremont with some energy. Now on the Oude Quaremont, Lampaert can protect Menton. The rest of the team is looking good. 35 people. Milan is still here. Jonathan Milan is still in the group. Lampaert is suffering. 3 riders here. Benoit van Aert on the left side of the road. Let's keep going. Oh, attack by Wout van Aert. Girmay is trying to follow. Benoit is gonna sit up. I don't know if I want to be the one closing that, but I am second favorite. Looks like Morgado's doing it for me. Is that response or attack? It looks like it's... Oh my god, Morgado just teleported. He just teleported to their wheel. 34 kilometers to go. Milan, is anyone going to pace in this group? I don't feel like doing it right now, but I think I'm going to have to. Jonathan Milan is doing it for me, so that's a good thing. Especially because parkour-wise, if Jonathan Milan survived everything up to now, he might as well just stay in the peloton and try to win the sprint, you know? Milan is basically done for. I'm going to try and go hard now with Milan Menton. We've got Wacek trying something on the right side of the road. I got to try and close that down. Hopefully I can still do so. 28 kilometers to go. That 3-man group is pretty strong. Menton is done for. Van Dijk, oh, Menton just punctured as well. Van Dijk is closing the last little bit as we speak. I'm okay with that, but our energy is not looking too bright, so I need some energy to do something myself afterwards, you know? Philipsen's still here as well. I do not like that. Should I just sit up in the wheel of Van Aert? Is Benoit still in this group? He is, but energy-wise, he's probably not flying. Actually, he's moving to the front. Visma can control whatever's happening. And they're doing... No, Benoit's attacking. No, that is the opposite of what I hoped it would be. Van Aert's now trying to attack with him. They're now all trying to bridge away from me. This backfired. That backfired completely. Now I'm trying to close them again. Come on, last 18 kilometers. They don't look too vibrant when it comes to energy, so... What if I just sit in the wheel of Van Aert? Too late, too late. They're getting away. I don't like this. We're spending lots of energy closing this. I just want to get to the wheel of Van Aert and try and recover some energy if possible. Come on. Stop here. Get in the wheel of Wout van Aert. And now I'm going to take my hands off my keyboard and let the race play out. I'm going to trust Wout van Aert here. 15k to go. It's all up to Van Aert. Ooh, Van Aert tries to close people. We're trying to follow. Energy-wise, probably not the brightest thing to do. 7 riders in this group. I'm gonna stay in the wheel of Wout van Aert. Like, my strategy is simple. My strategy is Wout van Aert. But I don't like the fact that Ganna has 25 seconds because that man is not too weak and Benoit is done for. Oh no, the gap is growing to 40 seconds. I don't like that. Van Aert is going. Van Aert is going. We're in the wheel of Wout van Aert. If we can work... Oh la 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 la. He's bridging us towards Ganna. He's bridging us towards Ganna. That's exactly what I wanted. This is perfection. Strategy Wout van Aert keeps on working. Last 6 kilometers, but our energy is not looking good. Gap is 8 seconds. Come on, Wout. Close it for us, Wout. Close it for us. And now sit up. Sit up, Wout. Wout, sit up. Let me replenish my energy. Gap is 16 seconds to the next group. They are gonna come back, but at least we've got energy. Into the last 2.5 kilometers, we have energy to sprint, and we are in the wheel of Wout van Aert. Last 2 kilometers of Edri Saxo Classic, come on. Can we bring it home? Last 1.4, 1.3, 1.2. We launch from the wheel as we speak. Nasen on the right, Ganna on the right of us. Philipsen on the left side. Come on, Nasen, come on, 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 come on. Yes! We won! Edri Harelbeke! Edri Saxo is ours! I swear, in Pro Cycling Manager, simply following the favorite is a good strategy. So far, a fantastic season for us. Omloop, Milano-San Remo, and now E3, so we are gathering classics left and right. In this race, there were so many moments where I thought we were done for, that we had lost the race already, but in the end, trust Wout van Aert and everything will go alright. And of course, our manager is happy. Next on the menu, Gent-Wevelgem in Flanders Field, 246 kilometers, the usual when it comes to the Moeren before the hill zone, so the echelon segment. And then after that, multiple times the Kemmelberg. When it comes to the start list, pretty similar to our last race actually. I don't know how this race will go though, because most of the games I've played in PCM were without the echelon, so the peloton could be shredded by the time we hit the hills. But to be honest, I will probably play this race pretty defensively, stay in the pack throughout the first half, on the hill zone, play defensively, try and survive, and maybe in the last 30 kilometers in that last exposed wind zone, I might try to blow up the peloton, if my riders have the energy for it. Hola, this is our first time riding with the man himself, Tim Merlier, the best sprinter of this team, and I gotta say, I'm happy to see that he's our teammate, because I did not want to do a lead out for him today, especially with that form. Look at the left bottom, -3, -2, -4 on literally every stat. Anyway, roughly 70 kilometers in the legs, and the echelon zone is starting, so I gotta focus on staying in position. I'm doing that quite well at the moment, so let's see what happens. Like, there is a little bit of chaos with Lotto, UAE, and even Visma coming to the front before this echelon zone and now smashing it a little bit, but as you can see on the left bottom, there's only 20 wins, so there's just not enough. Honestly, next time I should simply shut up. On the left bottom right now, 38 wins, so the second I said 20, it went up to 38. But actually, the peloton is relatively calm. It seems like no team really wants to take it up with 157 kilometers to go, and I kind of understand it. It is simply too early to spend so much energy. Yeah, the super long exposed wind zone is ending and nothing has happened in the race. The break has 4 minutes 15 seconds and the hill zone is about to start with the Scherpenberg and I think the Kemmelberg. Climbing the Kemmelberg, a puncture by Ricard. We are still in the front of the peloton, going over the top, so perfect ride so far. And actually, after this, going straight into another exposed wind zone with the 3 plug streets. If you didn't know, the 3 plug streets are basically 3 gravel segments in Gent-Wevelgem. Looks like on PCM, it actually is cobble sector instead of gravel. That's odd, but hey, in real life, it's definitely gravel. Actually, the tempo in the peloton has been quite severe. That plug street and wind zone is basically done for, so we're going back to the Kemmelberg pretty soon, but the peloton is only 60 riders and half my energy is gone. There we go, onto the Kemmelberg once again. We are settled at the front of the peloton with our train. Van Gelo is done for, Menton pacing us over the top. We just gotta survive this. Once again, my strategy isn't to explode the peloton on these hills. I want to keep my teammates until that exposed wind zone in the last 20 kilometers and then blow up the group. Ooh, the tempo on the Banenberg here is pretty high, so let's try and make sure we stay in the front group as we speak. Benoit is settling down because his energy is gone. Laporte and Van Aert. Laporte's attacking. Okay, let's see if anyone else takes care of that. Thibonnet is coming to the front. Van Aert is trying to bridge towards Laporte. I do not like that. Mikel Biel is trying to close that for us, so I'm okay with that. Oliveira as well as Domestique. So I'm hoping the team of UAE can do the controlling here. Abrahamsen, actually, on this segment, I can do it myself with Menton. Let's try and get 4 riders over the top of this Kemmelberg. Let's try and get towards... Ooh, Van Aert looks like he's suffering a little bit in the wheel of Laporte there. Van Gestel definitely is suffering, but 2 Visma riders off the front, that's not exactly the sight you want to see in Gent-Wevelgem. Milan is still here. Oh god, that is terrifying. Hopefully he's riding for his teammates again. 19 riders in the group, so it's actually very limited. We've got Polit still pacing that down. I'm going to try and use the full plate of Polit before I try to spend my plate. Come on, guys. There we go. Niels Polit has closed it down, but another attack by Wout van Aert. Milan now responding. Ghana in the wheel. Thibonnet as well trying to follow. We've got limited energy on our riders, but I'm just trying to survive. I'm literally just trying to survive because we've still got an echelon segment coming. Everyone's already half dead. And as you can see, I can't follow Wout van Aert yet. Oh, he attacks. He follows Morgado. Let's hope these guys keep going. They don't. They really don't. Van Aert and Morgado riding into the echelon segment. Van Dijk with Naasten in the wheel. How can we close that? Van Aert does not seem like he has much energy left though. So that is a nice thing to see. I want to sit up myself. Is anyone else going to close it? No? Is no one else going to close that? Come on, guys. I should have closed it myself. I should have just closed it myself. Can I bridge towards them? I think I can, but I'm going to be out of energy. I'm going to do it anyway. There we go. And now I'm going to sit up in the wheel of... I'll say Morgado. I don't trust Van Aert right now. Am I wrong in doing that? Yes, because he's attacking. Let's try and follow Ghana instead. Come on, hold on for dear life. Come on, Benji. And now we return to the strategy of last time. Follow Wout van Aert. It always works, so hopefully it once again does. Most of the riders in this group are basically done for, to be honest. Askey, Weidenskjold, Sheehan, Ghana are gone. Morgado and Girmay look pretty okay. Wout van Aert as well. I'm just sitting in the wheel. Buddy, Wout, you're my man. I trust you. After E3, I'll jump through a fire for you, buddy. There we go, 4k to go, energy gel on Benji Nasen, hopefully that's right on time. We are replenishing yellow, that is good, in the wheel of Wout. Last 3 kilometers, keep on following the man. Morgado now coming to the front, still in the wheel of Wout. Oh my god, people came back. Van Dijk is back. De Wilde is back. Everyone's back. I don't know what to do. Do I let them form a sprint train? I don't trust them to have enough energy by the time the sprint... I'll just follow Wout. Just follow out, Benji. Last 1.3, 1.2, 1.1, one launch. There we go. Wout van Aert versus Benji Nasen. Wout van Aert versus Benji Nasen. On the right side, Benji versus Binyam. We're gonna take it once again. We win once again. Gent Wevelgem is ours. I'm telling you, the strategy, just following Wout van Aert, it always works. Like, stats-wise, we are not the best classics rider in the world, but results-wise, we are definitely becoming it. We're winning literally every classic we ride, except Kuurne Brussel Kuurne, but we don't talk about that one. Like, at this point, I literally owe Wout van Aert half my wage. The man simply keeps riding us to victories. And of course, a happy manager and also some extra XP, almost level 15. Our next race then, Dwars door Vlaanderen, 177 kilometers, pretty light when it comes to the cobbles on the parkour, so this might be not as selective. But once again, the start list is pretty fire. Wout van Aert, Mes Pedersen, Jasper Philipsen, and so forth. Considering the parkour is not as hard, this might just be a group sprint, which means it might be a bit harder to win, because Jasper Philipsen in a sprint is not that easy to beat. Like, I'm sorry, but the last 40k is basically flat. Tim Merlier is in the team, so my immediate thought was he should be the leader, but stats-wise, once again, -2, -3, -4. What's happening to this man? Did I poison him? Like, it's actually been a pretty wild race so far. Roughly 60 kilometers to go. Still a full peloton, but that does not tell the story. The breakaway was only 1, 2, 3 riders, but the peloton has been speeding through this race. Every single hill, splits everywhere in the peloton, but in the end, everything came back together. And well, there's only one hill left basically, so I think we're going to a sprint. Hola, is that an attack by Pedersen? Van Aert in the wheel is trying to follow that. What van Halo in 95, buddy? We gotta close that down. Okay, it was closed automatically. Oh, I'm kind of blocked in. Wout van Aert is going with Pedersen and with Gachinjar. We've got Polit trying to close that down. Van Helo is done for. We've got Menton for the lead out next to Van Dijk, so Van Dijk can try and close that. Wout van Aert and Pedersen have been caught. Anyway, on to the last 5 kilometers as we speak. A lead out of Van Dijk, Menton and Nasen in the wheel. Benoot right there as well. Energy Gel with 4 kilometers to go. Van Aert is behind Screens and Pedersen is in his wheel. So 3.5k to go. Let's try to bring it home. Van Dijk on 99. Is that Van Aert going? What is Van Aert doing? Is he launching early? I don't know what he's doing. Menton can launch. Nasen in the wheel. 1.4, 1.3, 1.2. Let's launch. Launch from the wheel. Past riders that are being doubled. Philipsen versus Nasen. We're gonna lose this one. Pedersen on the right side will take it. Mes Pedersen wins Dwars door Vlaanderen. We lose a classic, but a very nice second place, I would say. And actually, on the left top, you can see that we had some energy left, so we could have launched earlier. That might have been enough to win the race. But hey, second place is still a pretty nice result, but I gotta say, Dwars door Vlaanderen, in my opinion, should not be a World Tour race. There's just so many Belgian World Tour races, and so many other countries have great races that are not in World Tour that deserve the spot of this race more. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Now, so far, all the races we've been doing, the ones we've been winning as well, were build-up races. Build-up races to the Flemish Monument, the Tour of Flanders. The Ronde van Vlaanderen is here. Mathieu van der Poel, Wout van Aert and Benji Nasen are the 3 favorites. But when it comes to Hillstad and Cobblestad, Mathieu van der Poel is so much better than us, so it will be so hard to beat him. And in this race, I can't trust Wout van Aert to solve all my problems, so maybe I'll have to try and follow Mathieu van der Poel instead. But hey, following Mathieu van der Poel is not as simple as it sounds. Oh, leader outsider, objective, finish in the top 15. That is quite conservative. I hope to do better than that. Anyway, starting off with a 0 day, 81 cobble stat, 77 sprint, 73 hill stat. 73 hill is not too high for RVV, but should still be possible, hopefully. Holy crap, Tim Merlier, -5, -10, -7. His stats are horrible today. This man is literally in the worst form of his entire life. Like a couple of races ago, me poisoning Merlier was a conspiracy theory. Now it's an actual realistic theory. Wait. There's a breakaway of 28 riders with Wout van Aert in it? How did that happen? Why is no one in the peloton pacing? Alpecin, what are you doing? Wout van Aert is in the breakaway. I kind of want to put Merlier at the front of the peloton and try and help control the gap, but I also just want to see Alpecin burn, so I don't know what I'll do here. I've decided, for now, I'm going to let Alpecin and Van der Poel burn and do the work, and afterwards I'll try to benefit from it. Ooh, Van Dijk has fallen on the outer Quadramont, and it has created a split in the peloton, unfortunately. Looks like UAE is trying to close it. Oh, where's Van der Poel? Where's Van der Poel? I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Van der Poel is in the group ahead. Now Wout van Aert and Van der Poel are both off the front. That is horrible. Come on, UAE. Close it for us. Close it for us. Looks like that's about to happen. So thank you very much, Molano. Van Dijk is 3 minutes behind this group after that crash, so let's hope the man can come back. Anyway, at least we are well positioned for the Eikenberg with 123 kilometers to go. Hopefully no splits happen from this point onwards, and Alaphilippe is punctured. Shit keeps hitting the fan, and it's not a positive, but Alaphilippe is still in the peloton. That's the benefit. Looks like we are racing the 2017 edition or something of this race, because the Muur van Gerardsbergen is with about 90 kilometers left in the race, so we gotta make sure we are well positioned for that, and that is the case. Van Dijk is back at the front. In case you don't remember, I think this is the edition where Gilbert attacked on the Muur van Gerardsbergen into the breakaway, and then later in the race, Van Avermaet, Sagan and Oliver Naassen were in the attack behind, then Jacket Gate happened. They were taken out by a jacket. And to this day, I refuse to believe that Gilbert would have won that race if it wasn't for Jacket Gate. But hey, that is cycling, I guess. But it shouldn't be. Jackets should not be deciding cycling races. That being said, we are surviving the Muur van Gerardsbergen in a pretty good position. Let's hope no splits happen in the descent. So, I've put my team at the front because the breakaway still has 4 minutes 20 with 67 kilometers to go. Still a full 28-man breakaway, so they might actually win the race. Oude Quadramont and Paterberg are upcoming, and I have to do something. We gotta find a way to put pressure on this breakaway. Turns out I accidentally split the peloton while pacing at the front on that climb, so that's intriguing, but I'm gonna keep it going actually. Groupama's now pacing with Dylan van Baarle, but I gotta keep myself up there because Oude Quadramont is coming. This is what I'm talking about. We are melting the gap and the Oude Quadramont is around the corner here, so Alaphilippe can take over right now. Lampaert can now try and protect Alaphilippe for a little bit. Perfection. And the gap is down to 2 minutes 30 to the breakaway, so that is splendid. Let's try and hammer it on the Oude Quadramont right now on... Is 90 too much? 90 is never too much. There we go. The front group is splitting apart as we speak. I think Van Aert might have attacked. Nope, he hasn't, but it's a 20-man group. Ooh, Alaphilippe's kind of empty. Oh, no. Van der Poel's trying to bridge. Van der Poel is trying to bridge. Van Dijk tries... Van Dijk is riding away from us? No, I don't know what he's doing. 85 at the back. Come on. No split, no split, no split. Naassen, get to the front, buddy. Buddy. Van Dijk can sit up in that group. And now Van Wilder needs to... get his butt to the front of this group and try and close that down. No, we've got the UAE doing that for us, so let's have Oliveira close that down. Lampaert has punctured, but he was basically empty, so it's not the end of the world. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. This is a problem because the Paterberg is coming. So 99 Van Wilder to the front before this corner. Let's try and get past Oliveira because that man is not the fastest cobbler. Van Dijk up there. Let's try and get in the wheel of Van Dijk right now. Van Dijk can go 99. We've got Van der Poel on the left, so he won't be getting away from us. The car is in our way. Van der Poel was in the car. I think that's cheating. I think he should be disqualified. The gap towards the front is now 2 minutes and it's still an 18-man group. Do I keep pacing? What do? I do not know. I pace on 70 and I'll see what the others do. They're doing nothing. That is not nice. I would like to have Alaphilippe and De Wilde back, but looks like that won't be happening anytime soon. Never mind, they are back. Van der Poel is launching it right now. Is this the Tyenberg? Is this the... It's not the Tyenberg. What's it called? How do I not know this cobble sector? The Koppenberg? It might be the Koppenberg actually. 85, let's get over the top. Van der Poel on the right side of the road. Van Dijk is pacing as we speak. De Wilde is still in the wheel, so he can protect Van Dijk. Our team is not looking fantastic, and the breakaway is going to win this race. I believe this breakaway is going to win. Wout van Aert has, I think, still 2 minutes on us. Is that correct? 2 minutes 38? What? Wout van Aert is winning this. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. I should never have gambled on Alpecin. Van der Poel going together with Abrahamsen. I don't have energy. I'm trying to follow, but I don't have energy. We're catching riders from the breakaway, but Van Aert is still 2 minutes 50 ahead with 28 kilometers to go. This race is over. This Tour of Flanders is Wout van Aert's to lose, together with Gachiniard, Tarling, Hajduk, and Parisini. Parisini, Italian guy on Q36.5, is fighting for the win in RVV. I've got no energy left. I'm cooked. This race is over. There goes Mathieu van der Poel off the front, Morgado following. I do not have the energy to close that, so I'm just sitting up in this group for now. Van Wilder protecting me. I'm a victim to the race. Oh my god, look on the right side of the screen. Van der Poel is now with Wout van Aert, but Josh Tarling is a minute off the front with like 6-7 kilometers to go, so Tarling is on his way to win this race, not Wout van Aert. And there we go, Joshua Tarling, after a breakaway of 245 kilometers, wins the Ronde van Vlaanderen. That is epic. A gap on Wout van Aert coming second, ahead of Mathieu van der Poel. The question is, where did we finish? 22nd, actually not too bad. Nah, who am I kidding? That's terrible. Like, despite not being the two favorites, I should have looked at who went in the breakaway, whether it's a large group, etc. And the fact that Wout van Aert was in there, I did not see that coming. But hey, this was our first time riding this race, so at the end of the day, if we won every race, this would be boring. Now, we actually got 0 XP from the Tour of Flanders, but we did get 45 XP from the month turn, which means we're now level 15. By the way, I keep forgetting that observation is a thing in Pro Cyclist mode, because in the race we can right click on a rider and observe them and therefore perhaps see their energy levels, and I'm actually going to invest in that to force myself to use that feature finally. Anyways, skill point spent, on to the next race. It is Scheldeprijs time, 200 kilometers, basically a sprint with an echelon segment at the start, but it's too early in the race to really do some damage. Mes Pedersen, Jasper Philipsen, Jonathan Milan, so some proper sprinters here. Against those sprinters, I don't expect to win this race, but I am hoping for a podium. Oh my god, Tim Merlier, what is wrong with you, buddy? Once again, -3 on every stat, -6 on the secondaries? Something's wrong with this man. Roughly halfway the race, as expected, the crosswind segment did absolutely nothing, so in the peloton, 4 minutes behind a 3-man breakaway, they should be easily catchable. Last 8.8 kilometers, flat domestique Merlier is done for. It's down to Van Gelo as we speak, 5 riders, so should I be going 99? Probably not. Let's do 95. And Gisel's on the fast. 3 riders. I'll wait a little bit with Menton now on the cobble sector. A little bit of a gap to Lund Andersen. I'm okay with that. Bomboy is ready to launch a bit too early. I don't like that, so let's do 94 instead of 99. Van Gelo is done for. Let's keep going, boys. Let's keep going. Energel on Menton. Same with Nasen pretty soon under the banner. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Energel. 4 riders, 3 riders left. Last 2.8 kilometers, almost Menton time. Maybe in this corner. I'll wait right now. There goes Menton. Try and get past. Actually, he can lead out. Nasen in the wheel. Last kilometer incoming. Come on. Launch right now. Philipsen on the right. Nasen on the left. Philipsen on the right is going to be faster. No, he might not. He might actually not. We might still win this. Benji Nasen, come on. Yes. We beat fellow Belgian Jasper Philipsen and win the Scheldeprijs. Like, oh my god, there's cows on the podium. Why are there cows on the podium? This is very odd. Like, Scheldeprijs is not a World Tour race, but let's be honest, look at the start list. The top sprinters were here, so a high-level victory. Now, as you know, my ultimate goal in this series was to recreate Tom Bonen, to create a rider that can win both Paris-Roubaix and the green jersey at the Tour de France. Well, today is the first time we'll take on Hell of the North, Paris-Roubaix, and I can't wait to do it. For myself, Paris-Roubaix is my favorite race day of the entire season, my favorite monument. And actually, our rider, 80 cobblestone, 77 sprint, really fits for this. But one thing is certain, the favorite in this race is Mathieu van der Poel. 83 cobblestones, 73 sprints, so if we have to sprint in the velodrome, then I can beat him. In the end, I would like to get a podium in this race, but let's be honest, let's try to win this race first try. Obviously, as the leader, finish in the top 5 is the race objective. When it comes to our level on the day, +2, so 82 cobblestone, 78 sprint, 78 flat, so I'm happy with that. Now, I do want to avoid a 28-man breakaway like in RVV, so Czerny can go to the front and try and prevent a large group from forming. So far, a breakaway of 6 riders, I'm kind of okay with that. And actually, it does look like that will be the breakaway of the day. 40 kilometers into the race, the break has 9 minutes, but Visma and Alpecin are taking care of that, so not my responsibility. By the way, I know some of you only watch my Pro Cycling Manager content, but I also make actual cycling content on this YouTube channel. And last year, in 2024, I actually rode the Sportive, the tourist version of Paris-Roubaix myself. I am super proud of that video and that ride, so go check out that video. So, the time has come, the first cobble sector of Paris-Roubaix is here, and it's looking lovely. Visma Lease bike pacing a little bit, the gap is down to 5 minutes now towards the breakaway, but we're looking pretty solid. Then again, you'd hope so, it's the fast cobble sector. Oh, Czerny and Pedersen have a mechanical? No, Czerny crashed, Pedersen had a mechanical. Okay, Czerny, get up please buddy, get up. And he's still riding. That is nice. Get back to the front now. By the way, Olaf Koor riding for UAE Team Emirates. That is such a weird thing to see. Now, we are still in the fast 10 cobble sector, so I don't expect too much selectiveness and splits on these segments, but with about 100 kilometers to go, there's the big sector, Troedarenberg. And that one might actually open things up. Hola, we've got some early moves, the likes of Van Barle, Sheffield, Hirschi, Vermeers, Abrahamsen, and Mozzato. I'm not the one that should close that, so Kielijk, Jorgensen, Visma Alpecin, it's on you to do that. There we go, we are moving up into the chicane. The famous chicane into Troedarenberg. And this is the segment that matters. Let's keep cooking. Come on, Julien, peloton of 45 people. We are still in it with 4 people, so I'm okay with that. Come on, Alaphilippe, 99 over the top. Oh, mechanical for Stuyven. That's good for us. I'm not complaining. We got over the sector and we are in the first group. So that is nice. Well, actually, I'm saying first group, but there's like 17 riders up the road. So it's not exactly the fast group. One more 4-star sector right here. Ornain Awarigny. This is a pretty rough one as well. Still screen spacing with the Visma boys in the wheel. Alaphilippe, keep going. Let's do 95. Your tempo is not high enough on this one. Come on, man. We are shredding Alaphilippe's energy, but I think it's necessary. I think a Visma rider had a mechanical there, but I'm not 100% certain about it. We are still following. Matthew's mechanicals out of the breakaway. Oh, la, 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 la. Oh, Alaphilippe is empty. We should have taken over with Merlier sooner than that. We've got 2 riders left with energy. 2 riders. That's it. Breakaway has been caught. These 2 riders can try and maintain position. Van Dijk can protect Nassen, and Van Dijk is going to be super essential here with a massive 79 cobble stat. He's our go-to man as super domestique, basically. More attacks after that sector. Mikkel, Stiller, Rex, Van Aert, Mohoric. So we got to watch out here. Van der Poel is trying to make a move there. Do we trust on Van Aert to close that for us? I feel like I kind of do, because he's got Hagenes sitting here, but I'm not sure how much energy Hagenes does have, because Van der Poel and Philipsen are both up the road. That is dangerous. Next to Hagenes, also Laporte here for Wout van Aert, so he's got 2 domestiques to close that. Jasper Philipsen is waiting from the front group for this group. I think he might be out of energy though, so I don't think it's a choice, but that does change the game a little bit. I don't want to make a move myself, but I do want to be in position, because Orchy is a pretty notable sector, and especially Orchy-les-Orchy, which comes afterwards. Here we go, Orchy-les-Orchy. I need to get to the front for this one. I am a little bit scared of this sector, I won't lie. Let's do 70 at the front going into it, 65, now up it towards 85 a little bit, and push a little bit on the sector, because I think I can close the Van der Poel group here. I'm going to maintain position now, and see if anyone else closes the last bit of a gap. No, they kind of don't. They don't. I probably should have closed it myself then, but at least it is within reach, you know? Come on, Laporte, Van Aert, one of you needs to close this. And actually, this next sector is once again a big one. Mozambique is coming as we speak. 5-star sector. We've got Van Aert doing something at the front. I'm overpacing. I am definitely overpacing. Let's do 67, not much more than that. Fetch water bottles. I know Mikkels is dropping off the front because Van der Poel's tempo is too high. 27 people in this group, but most of them are probably done for. My energy is actually looking really good for now, so I'm going to try and recover a little bit after this next sector though, because, well, I need some water, that's for sure. Oh my god, Van Dijk has punctured. Van Dijk was supposed to get my water. Now I have to get my water myself. That is sad. There we go, we've got water. Now get back to the front of the group with 40 kilometers to go. The Van der Poel group is getting caught by Laporte. Let's do 80 and try and sit in this group. Perfection. Still got half my yellow, so I'm very much okay with that. I'm kind of feeling like something's coming here, like we might have an opportunity to win Paris-Roubaix already. Imagine, if we win Paris-Roubaix first try, that's an attempt? No, that was just hard pacing by Laporte. No, that is an attack. He's trying to get off the front. Van der Poel will need to react to that eventually, but I'm okay with... Oh, that's an attack. That's a move by Van der Poel. Who's following that? Morgado. Everybody's kind of following that. Let's try and follow Mohoric at the back, I guess. I don't like actually responding to this attack in this way. I'm going to switch to Effort Curse Ready 5 and stop doing that, because I don't want to spend useless energy spendage. 35 kilometers, everybody's scored. Let's go on 65 once again. I do not want to spend too much energy. Laporte does not look like he's got much energy left. So, 31 kilometers left. We are still in the front group. 11 riders. Laporte is pacing and we've got a chance here. But my yellow bar, I do not like it. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the amount of energy we have. And if someone attacks, That's gonna burn. Talking about attacks, into the next sector we've got an attack. Siswana Bougel is right here. Van der Poel is following. Wout van Aert as well. It's a Filippo Ganna attack. I'm just trying to follow as we speak. I think that's okay. I think we're looking okay when it comes to following this. Van der Poel is still in the group. Can I just follow? That's an attack. They're attacking, aren't they? No, they're not. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, again I fell. Jesus, that was terrifying. We are kind of off the back. Let's do 87. I can't afford to be off the back here. I need to try and close that down. Hopefully they stop pacing. Please stop pacing, Pedersen. I know you want me behind, but I need to close that down. Why is Wout van Aert pacing? Because he wants to drop me, but still, that's not very nice. Okay, I've caught them, and Mess Pedersen attacks, and I just don't have energy. I simply don't have energy on Goff. Pedersen with a mechanical? Okay, I'm okay with that. We are just off the back, but we are not going to be doing anything here. Paris-Roubaix, it ain't going to be for us. We are out of energy with 18 kilometers to go. Pedersen is catching us and dropping us instantly. I clicked on my aerodynamic positioning. I don't think it's going to help with getting me back. 20 seconds behind, so if they pause for a second or something happens, we are on Carrefour de l'Arbe, but hopefully they're out of energy too, because then I might have a small opportunity of coming back, but I kind of don't see it happening. Honestly, I probably wasted a little bit too much energy during the race itself. Entering the last 3 kilometers and the velodrome of Roubaix as we speak, 2 minutes behind the front of the race. I can't see what's happening up there, but it definitely is not including me. But hey, at least we are finishing our first Roubaix, and on the right top we should be able to see who wins this race pretty soon, and the winner is Niels Pollitt, ahead of Mathieu van der Poel and Wout van Aert. Gotta say, wasn't expecting Pollitt to take that one. There we go, we officially finish 7th. Like, 7th at Paris-Roubaix is not terrible, but you want more, you know? So I was hoping for at least a top 5, maybe a podium, and I was dreaming of the victory. But our victory at Roubaix won't be for this year, so hopefully we can do it next year. Despite Roubaix and Tour of Flanders, most of the races we rode today were pretty successful. E3, we won. Gent-Wevelgem, we won. Scheldeprijs, we won. So I think overall, I should be pretty happy about today. And I also can't wait for the next episode, because that is when the Giro d'Italia starts, our first Grand Tour as a pro cyclist. Now, considering our rider is basically a classic sprinter, I'm most likely not going to be riding every stage of that Giro. My goal is to mainly win stages and Ciclamino, so I'll try and focus on the stages that fit that bill. But hey, all that stuff, that's for next time. As always, thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!